Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my third video on my channel. And this time I will tell you about the result of my review in articles. There are 10 articles that I've read. And here I want to share it with you. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Reynanda Mirtania. And I am the 4th semester student in English Education Department in UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. So, here is the title of the articles that I've read. The first article is Using Online EFL Interaction to Increase Motivation, Confidence, and Ability by Wen Shi, Vivian Wu, Liling Yan, and Michael Merrick. In this article, the author found that teachers of English as a foreign language in Taiwan often use an outdated lecture memorization methodology resulting in low motivation, confidence in, and ability on the part of students. Innovative educators are exploring use of technology, such as video conferences with native speakers to enrich the classroom. However, few guidelines have been developed for effective video conference instructional design. This study used a survey methodology, exploratory factor analysis, and structural equation modeling to examine which elements of learning via video conferencing most beneficially affect motivation, confidence, and ability. The study found that long-term changes in ability are best predicted by enjoyment of the learning experience. The data also suggests that even a small amount of authentic interaction in English made students more comfortable in applying their skills, more confident in what they learn, and more inspired to make global cross-cultural connection. Therefore, English as a foreign language instructors should strive to use student-centered active learning and to offer their students interaction with native speakers, including interaction via distance technology. And then the second article is Pronunciation and Music by Susan Bergman-Miyake. In this paper, the author take the opportunity to discuss the uses of music in teaching pronunciation. In particular, the whys and the hows of using music to introduce connected speech patterns, especially reduced speech, contraction and elision, and to introduce students to global Englishes, example, different varieties of English. And the author found that music is a great methodology of introducing reduced speech forms of connected English. It has the potential to address students' ongoing concerns about wanting to understand native speakers and wanting to sound more like native speakers. It also offers a way to lower their anxiety about pronunciation in particular and speaking in general by providing a non-threatening, enjoyable context. And music can also address the concern of some teachers about pronunciation being too boring or imperialistic by providing lively and authentic context in which the possibilities for variety are unlimited. And then the next article is Bilingual-based Instruction in Teaching English for Academic Purposes at Islamic University. It's written by Siti Nur Fahmi, Muhammad Asfah Rahman, and Kisman Salija. In this paper, investigates the implementation of bilingual-based instruction in teaching English for academic purposes at Islamic University. It was investigated by using case study with single case study at Indonesian Islamic University. The findings showed that the lecturer used English and Indonesian as a language interaction. The function of Indonesian used by the lecturer were to translate, clarify, and explain lexical gap, address specification, and address affection. The lecturer sometimes alternated her language unconsciously. Lecturer's language function not only as language instruction but also as language search. This bilingual-based instruction facilitates more exposure to the students. Therefore, the students can imitate lecturer's language. then they can practice the language. Finally, they can acquire the language. So the lecturer used Indonesia as a second language is to help the students more understand what the students explain about. And then the fourth articles is improving pronunciation through the use of karaoke in an adult English class by Andres Roberto Rengifo. So, in this article, the author found that students often have difficulty and experience lots of problems with pronunciation in English. This article is based on a research project which intended to show how students can improve their pronunciation through the use of karaoke in their English class. By using karaoke, the teacher designs activities and involves students to improve their pronunciation. Students' progress is analyzed in order to arrive at a conclusion of the effectiveness of the karaoke sessions. It is also shown that the karaoke classes offer a lot of fun and creativity while students cooperate with each other to achieve their pronunciation goals. And then the fifth article is Early Language Learning with and Without Music by Douglas Fisher. The findings from this study suggest that music can be used in an elementary school classroom to benefit students' language development. Thus, this study adds to the growing database that suggests the musical listening activities do in fact influence literacy development. While long-term outcomes from this for classrooms cannot yet be determined, the evidence thus far suggests that teachers should integrate music into their literacy instructions. A follow-up study on these 80 students to determine if and when these effects diminish will be interesting. Perhaps the most important lesson learned from this study was the ways in which teachers infuse music into their literacy instruction. And then the sixth article is Effects of Bimodal Subtitling of English Movies on Content Comprehension and Vocabulary Recognition by Aida Itamadi. This thesis is an attempt to study the impact of bimodal subtitling on content comprehension of English movies and vocabulary recognition. 44 senior. The object in this research is the 44 senior undergraduate students studying at Shiraz Islamic Azad University were selected from 2 intake classes of tapes and film translation course. So there are 2 groups. They divided into 2 groups. That is watching movie with subtitle and watching movie without subtitling. And then after viewing the movies, the participant answered the relevant multiple choice vocabulary and content comprehension question. The data gathered were subjected to the statistical procedure of per samples t-test. The results clearly indicated that bimodal subtitling had a positive impact on content comprehension of English movies. It can be said that the participants comprehend the subtitled movie better than the one without subtitle. However, for some reason, bimodal subtitling didn't have an effect on participant vocabulary recognition. And then the next article is The Effect of Music on Pain Relief and Relaxation of the Terminally Ill by Sandra L. Curtis. The purpose of the present study was to examine the effects of music on terminally ill patients, perceived degree of pain relief, physical comfort, relaxation, and contentment. The order of condition presentation was Abacha for 5 subjects and Aichaba for the remaining 4 subjects. Each condition was presented for 15 minutes, twice daily for 2 days. A Friedman two-way analysis of variance indicated no significant difference in the dependent variables under the experimental condition. Contentment score difference, however, approached significance. A Kruskal-Wallis one-way analysis of variance indicated no significant difference according to severity of illness. However, graphic analysis of individual responses indicated that music may have been effective. And then, The 8th article is the effect of singing instruction on the speech production of neurologically impaired persons by Nikki S. Cohen. The purpose of the present study was to examine the effects of singing instruction upon the speaking fundamental frequency variability, vocal intensity, rate of speech, and verbal intelligibility of neurologically impaired persons with expressive speech dysfunctions. The result reinforced the possibility that neurologically impaired persons with expressive speech disorders can benefit from singing instruction, especially in the areas of speaking fundamental frequency variability, speech rate, and verbal intelligibility. It doesn't appear that the singing instruction caused any change in the treatment subject's speaking fundamental frequency over time. And then, the next article is Mobile Phone Distraction While Studying by Prabhu David, Jang Hyun Kim, Jared S. Brickman, Wayne Naran, and Christine M. Curtis. And the authors found that the mobile phone is a breakthrough advance for human communication, but with the plethora of choices available via smartphone, individuals who are deficient in self-regulation or with a propensity for addiction may face challenges in managing these choices strategically. To examine this potential dysfunctional aspect, the authors examined that the effect of multitasking when studying or doing homework and found that both frequency and attention to texting and social media were positively related to mobile phone interference in life. However, frequency of music used during study was not associated with MPIL. Although allocated attention to music while studying was positively associated with MPIL, ownership of smartphone and the number of Facebook friends were positively associated with MPIL, and women reported more than MPIL than men. And the last articles is Teaching Speaking, Activities to Promote Speaking in a Second Language by Harya Kai. In these articles, the author found that teaching speaking is a very important part of second language learning. The ability to communicate in a second language clearly and efficiently contributes to the success of the learner in school and success later in every phase of life. Therefore, it is essential that language teachers pay great attention to teaching speaking, rather than leading students to pure memorization, providing a rich environment where meaningful communication takes place is desired. With this aim, various speaking activities such as those listed above can contribute a great deal to students in developing basic interactive skills necessary for life. These activities make students more activity in the learning process and at the same time make their learning more meaningful and fun for them. So that are the 10 article that I've read and a little bit of the explanation. So those articles is most about how to become a good speaker, but with the objection is music, because I like music. So I think this is the last from me. Thank you to Miss Lida as my lecturer in extensive reading. Sorry for many mistakes that I've did, because this is practice. So thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.